The federal government has introduced a new directive barring individuals under the age of 18 from participating in the National Examination Council, Neco, and West African Examination Council, Waec. This announcement was made by the Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Mamman, on Sunday, 25th August 2024, during a popular television show. According to the minister, the directive is not a new policy, but rather a reinforcement of existing regulations, which aims to ensure that students are adequately prepared for critical assessment that aligns with educational standards across the country. The minister also clarified that students under 18 will still be permitted to take the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination this year as a transitional measure for parents. However, starting next year, the age requirement of 18 years will be strictly enforced for university admissions in Nigeria. As Voice of the People TV, we are on the streets to gather citizens' opinion on this development.
Both are okay, but I think if we go back to the old days, 18 used to be. Because when we went to school, we were well above 17, going to 18. And we have that sense of maturity that we are entering to something higher. But these days we see that children under 18, like 17, 16, 15, they are already out of secondary school planning to go. So the maturity is not there. And the challenges they are going to face in higher institution, they don't have it at home. I believe that if we can raise the stake back to 18, it will give them that privilege to get matured fully so that they know what they are about to go into.
A 70-year or 16-year, I can't remember vividly, he had obtained a PhD. So when you now say here, you have to attain the age of 18 years before you can proceed to university. I don't get it. That shouldn't be. 18 years is, I mean, if one can gain admission at 14, let him be. Let the person move on.
From the onset, when you want to start primary one, you ought to be 6 years. Not these days that you want to start primary one, you will just be like 3 years or whatever. Because if you calculate 6 years in primary, maybe 5 years or 6 years in secondary, add it up, I think that would be 18 years for you to write the exam. I think it's the right age, 18 years.
The minimum age for admission should be 16 years old. That's what I feel about it, because I'm 16 years now. So when I was like scrolling through my phone, I saw an update that government wants to make it 18 years. Then I was like wondering to myself, so I have to wait a whole 2 years before getting into university. So I was like, it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't really make sense because a lot of people graduate early nowadays. So I feel like they should try to like make it 16 years. I think that age will be okay for everybody.
For me, I think even 16, practically, it's fine. It should not even be higher than that, because for 18 is already an adult. Yeah? And once you are 18, whatever happens to a 100-year-old happens to you legally. Do you understand? But we're talking about projections, how people should start getting into the life. You understand? So for me, even if it comes lower, because the child has got something extra to give, but for a policy, because it's now governing, you know, like a lot of factors. So 16 for me should not be changed. It should just remain there.
As we've heard from citizens, there are various reactions on the new federal government directive regarding the age for writing the Waec and Neco examinations. As the policy comes into stay, there is significant effect to observe how this change will affect and impact the students, parents, and educational institution as a whole. Matthew Ogunswada, reporting for Voice of the People TV.